guys, it's your girl Elle Jones, and I'm here with
Zay Primo.
Brando.
and we're back on an all-new episode of On Site, presented by What New York City Sounds Like. I don't know how to get into this ice spice shit. Hold on.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
So yo,
Because I already know y'all don't like
Give the
ice
people
spice,
what
so
they
I
want,
don't. Y'all don't like ice spice.
I love Ice Spice.
I don't like Ice Spice. She's bad for the community.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, recently, Ice Spice and Cleotrapa, who is not only an artist, but she is an influencer as well, and who many thought was Ice Spice's bestie, outed Ice Spice for the Y2K tour. She spoke about the idea that Ice Spice did not take care of her despite what she promised. She said that she wasn't able to eat on tour. There were some nights she didn't. What did she say? She didn't get to sleep in her bed.
She wasn't able to eat.
Yeah, it got
go
messy.
outside?
It got messy. No, so this was the whole thing, right? Ice Spice said you'll be taken care of.
Oh.
Cleo, I guess, assumed that meant she would be taken care of, accommodated.
Free
Thank you,
room
Brando.
service? Is that what she means?
I believe so.
Okay.
That is not what happened. Ice Spice fired back on Twitter and said that that's just not how things work, and you can't assume that, what I get, you get. People that work for me don't work for you, and things like that. What do you guys think?
So I see Ice Spice getting dragged on the internet a lot right now on Twitter, even in her own comment section on Instagram. I feel like, I have mixed thoughts. Where I feel Ice Spice was wrong was her telling Cleo, yo, you'll be good, come on tour with me. But that's where my list of things end. Everything after that was out of Ice Spice's control, the way I see it. And I'll get into more specifics, but overall, how do you feel?
From what I know, I was told basically like her and Ice Spice are like good friends, and basically she was like, oh, come on tour with me, I got you, everything's gonna be good. So seeing it from like, oh, that's my friend bringing me on tour, giving me this opportunity, bet, of course they're gonna be able to take care of me when I need it and things of that nature, right? But then, like you said off camera, looking at it from an industry perspective, I don't know. I don't think they needed to do all that.
Why do you think people look at it from two different perspectives, though? It's an industry.
Because there's the real person, and then there's the person in the industry. Ice Spice is not the same person when she's on stage and she's doing these interviews. You feel what I'm saying? Two different people. I bet y'all aren't the same person on this camera right now. If you was just chilling at home, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, looking at it from a friend perspective, it's like, oh, you got me. We're the same person. We're two peas in a pod. But like you said, it wasn't the case. We done with Ice Spice, though. I ain't gonna lie. We done with Ice Spice.
We done with Ice Spice?
We done with Ice Spice.
Ice Spice is faded?
Faded, no, because she looked good. But when she drops...
It's a lot of female rappers that look good that still don't...
Like who?
I was gonna say Dream Doll.
Dreamed who?
I'm just saying.
So what you saying, Dream Doll been faded?
Stop
Dream
the faded. I don't like
Dream
the
Doll is a
faded
ghost.
word.
Where is she?
I don't like the word faded. It sounds
Dream
crazy.
Doll, I ain't heard that name in so long.
I'm just saying an example
None
of
of the
an artist
dolls,
that
Cuban
just because you
Doll,
look good doesn't mean, you're going to be successful. So why can't Ice Spice be faded? Oh, this sounds so bad.
All
I
right,
love Ice Spice.
So let's get into some of the things that Cleo said, some of the things that the internet was tearing Ice Spice apart for, and we'll give our opinions on it.
Nobody said anything about eating. Nobody. I'm like, me and the hairstylists keep talking about food. We like, oh damn, we mad hungry. Like, we mad hungry just at McDonald's. Or nobody said anything about food while me and her are talking about how hungry we are. Come to find out, everybody ate. Can you believe that? Everybody ate. Guess what? They all went to a steakhouse. Everybody went to go get a bite. Steak, mash, cream corn, spinach. And we didn't have anything. We didn't eat at all. We're trying to figure out how to get a McDonald's, and y'all all ate already?
One thing was that Cleo said that she wasn't invited to a steakhouse dinner that Ice Spice and her team allegedly went out to. She found out that information from Ice Spice's hairstylist that happened to, build a friendship with her because he saw that she didn't have nobody to be cool with on the tour. There was also, I'm sorry.
Yeah, do y'all think they had to tell her? I think that's more of like, again, that's the friend perspective of things. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you expect your friend to do, invite you out to eat, So like, I don't see
Nah,
how
I
that.
do think it was a little weird that they just went to the steakhouse without her. They didn't tell her about it. But I don't think they had to tell her. And a lot of it branches from X, Y, and Z is not in the budget. Like when you look at the chicken salad thing, like yeah, they didn't get
What's
you.
the chicken salad thing?
Make sure Cleo's good. The same way you told me that I was gonna be good. Why is your production saying that I'm not a part of the budget for a chicken salad? Chicken salad? I'm not a part of the budget for a chicken salad?
Basically, I think Cleo was trying to order a chicken salad.
That's good.
And they was telling her, "Nah, you're not in the budget. You're not. You getting food is not in this budget. So whether it's a chicken salad or French fries, you can't have it." So, you know,
Never mind. I was gonna ask because she couldn't buy it herself. Like
well, that's what's expected of you as an artist. That's an opener.
that's what I'm saying.
Like when you're invited on tour. She didn't know this though. But normal procedure, yeah, if you're not on the budget, you got to pay for the things that.
So the people are canceling Ice Spice because she didn't buy her friend a chicken salad.
It gets deeper than that. Do
Continue.
you guys feel like it's wrong that her team wasn't even like allowed to? Well, not allowed, but they weren't invited on tour with her. Her management.
They were invited on tour, but they said you got to pay for everything. You got to pay for the hotels, you got to pay for food, you got to pay for travels. They were invited, you just got to pay.
So what was the purpose of this tour? Was Cleo supposed to use this as an opportunity? Were they on tour together? Because I don't see Cash Cobain having the same plight. Like,
Cash Cobain was probably situated. His team probably made sure he was good, he was traveling the right way, or maybe he was in the budget. I don't know what the inner workings were. But Cash Cobain is Cash Cobain. Cleotrapa,
Who's Cleotrapa?
to be quite honest, she didn't really even deserve to be on the tour.
That's
she was
interesting.
she's friends with Ice Spice.
Okay.
Come on the tour, but like I said, she has less than 10,000 monthly listeners. You're not anyone that we necessarily need for this. You're not bringing the people out. Now, whatever reason Ice decided to invite her for, is why she decided to invite her for. But you normally would not be on this bill if you wasn't friends with Ice Spice. Cash would. Right?
I agree. I agree with that sentiment.
unfortunately, yes, you're
I agree
right.
with it.
You are right. That is true. So what do you think should be next for Cleo? Do you think there's room for reconciliation? You think Ice Spice and her could get back on one accord?
Nah, I think they're done.
Wasn't this friendship like fabricated? Y'all was telling me like, cause she said she
That
only
were
knew Ice Spice
allegations?
for a month.
No, she knew Ice Spice for 2 years. So she got in tune with Ice Spice right around the time where Ice started previewing Munch, before it even came out. So at the time, Cleo might have actually been more lit than Ice, because Cleo has her own fan base. She's a comedian, she is an artist. So I think they just genuinely connected, but they weren't friends from like back in the day. She even said she never seen Ice Spice without makeup on before. So they weren't really friends like that.
Yeah, they're not friends. They're not.
Yeah.
My friends ain't seen me without makeup.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
That don't sound like friends to me, yo.
That's interesting. I was gonna say something. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
But like, why would they reconcile? Because I feel like they were like y'all told me off camera. They're always putting a black female next to Ice Spice. There was what was the first
Baby
one?
Storm.
Baby Storm, and now it's Cleotrapa. She said, what did she say? She said you invited me courtside just so you could look good or whatever. They're basically using her as like promo, like marketing. Like, yo guys, look, she's with a black girl. Ice Spice is black, everybody. Like I don't know. I don't think she should reconcile
It's
with her.
marketing.
But I feel like they're using each other. Like, yeah, we're using you because we want people to see Ice Spice next to you for the reasons you just said. But you're next to Ice Spice.
It wasn't an issue when
So,
she made the Triller with Ice Spice to her song.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. That's interesting. But I want to ask y'all this, right? When y'all seen Cleotrapa next to Ice Spice, did y'all go listen to her music?
Well,
I was already.
Look at y'all preferencing statements. Yes or no? Yes or no?
I'm answering.
Oh, okay.
I knew Cleotrapa's music before Ice Spice's music. So the answer is yes. I was in tune with Cleo's music.
Was you listening to it?
Not necessarily.
Okay, good. Next.
Exact same sentiments. I knew
Interesting.
who Cleotrapa was before Ice Spice. I was in tune, especially on the influencer tip because she's funny. But yeah, not necessarily adding her to my playlist. I was gonna ask you guys, do you think this is a common trend amongst New York women? I think that New York, to me, is the only city where I don't see a lot of camaraderie amongst like female artists. I feel like, not to bring it to that, but like first, Lola and Billy, even though that situation was a little different. But now Ice Spice and Cleo, like I feel like there's never, like we could never have a ladies' night record.
So, Nicki and Cardi, obviously.
Right.
That's the easy one.
Nicki and Cardi, like
Yeah.
it just gives like, is it the New York feminine energy too strong, or does the industry just kind of play a role in pinning women against each other, especially in New York? Like I can't call it, but I'm kind of sick of like believing in friendship and believing in these girls actually being cool, and it's like, psych, that was all for.
We got you. You listen to the song.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Or like you bought into the gimmick. Now it's the bait and switch. We actually never liked each other. We were never friends, and this was never real. Like, do you guys think that that's just a New York thing, or am I dragging it? Am I being too emotional?
That might just be like, not to sound crazy, that might just be a woman thing, like as artists. Cause I seen, I forgot the girl's name, but in Atlanta she made a diss track on Mulatto, and I'm pretty sure they was cool, but then Mulatto ran with her sound, and now they're not cool no more. So I'm seeing it happen in other places as well. But I also feel like people don't gotta be cool or friends, like like when you get to really know these people and you realize like, oh, they're taking advantage of you, or they're talking about you, or doing this, that, and the third, it's like, I'm not gonna be friends with you, because that seems like what the situation is. It's just regular people that just so happen to make music, and we're not gonna sacrifice that we don't like us not liking each other to make more music. You feel what I'm saying? Because Cardi and Nicki could have just been cool and just took over female rap together, even though they didn't like each other. But as you see, that's not the case.
What do you think, Brando?
Yeah, I would probably echo what he says. It could be a female thing, could be a New York thing. It's hard. It's hard to tell, especially with this specific instance where you have someone who's so far in their career and someone who's basically still an upcoming artist.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to gauge.
So you think that wasn't a good move for her to have Cleo, to her to invite Cleo on the tour?
Nah, I think it was. So Ice Spice had her reason, whether it was I'm trying to look like I'm friends with this girl. And then Cleo had her reason too to want to go on the tour. You're about to be in front of fans that have never seen you. So it was mutually beneficial. It's just one person had different expectations than the other, I guess.
Fans were insinuating that Ice Spice might be jealous of Cleo. There was a video that came out of Cleo performing on the tour and holding her own, and people knew her name, and she didn't have any dancers or anything, and people were insinuating that it was that. So that's interesting. Okay.
So Ice Spice was jealous because people knew her, you saying?
People were saying that Cleo, Ice Spice always needs a gimmick. The orange wig, or, the flow, whatever, the collab, whoever she's with. Cleo was able to stand alone as an influencer turned artist and rock the stage. Or like Dolly.
I don't see it. I don't see it being jealous.
Why not?
This is my tour. I'm the one selling the tickets.
said,
Everybody's here for me at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's good that you have people that are cheering for you, but if we're talking about her being jealous in terms of stardom, nah, it's not even comparable.
Yeah, that's why I said that, because like if Ice Spice gets on that stage, they gonna go loud regardless. That's who they here to see. That's who they paid for. You feel what I'm saying? Joe Dirt from across the street could have been the opener, and they still would have got lit for Ice Spice regardless. Like, you feel me?
Joe Dirt.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
how does this affect Ice Spice's career in any way?
I think it does.
This is the second time, by the way, that she's been exposed for being a terrible person.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, the first time being Baby Storm?
Yeah.
I think it affects it because the public does view it away. They do view it as you're a terrible friend, you're a terrible person. But yeah, so I think it does affect it to a degree. Ice Spice was already in hot water with some other things going on, i.e. the Ty Lil praying on, with the
That's
gesture
why
she
they
was
tried to say
making.
she was a devil.
Because she made that gesture while they were praying.
And she was like brushing off the hair, like laughing.
She was
nah,
laughing.
that's pitiful, yo.
So there's that, and then of course there's the whole conversation around her body. Is she on Ozempic?
Big
she
O.
don't got ass no more. All type of stuff that people are saying. The big O.
She on that big O. I ain't gonna lie, she on that big O. I ain't gonna front, man. Them gym clips not saving you. I see no sweat. I ain't gonna front.
Oh, when she was stretching?
Stretching, going like this back and forth. Nah, man. What body part this work? The tricep? What this do?
Oh my goodness.
I'm not gonna put Ozempic on her because we have no proof.
Yeah, I guess
I
I'll take
agree.
that back for now.
Now you don't gotta take it back.
Okay, never mind.
I'm 50-50 because I feel like Nikki used to get the mean girl allegations and she still was able to sustain a career. But I agree that the internet is literally like Ice Spice K right now. Like Twitter is not feeling it. So you might be right. It might be the beginning of the end. I feel like
People wait for these moments.
But I don't
Yeah.
think it's because of this. I think this probably adds to it. But I think there has been some build up on Ice Spice
Yeah.
where the music's not hitting the same, for being honest. Like views,
Told y'all.
quality wise, in my opinion.
okay.
And then all the other stuff that we started to speak about,
Yeah.
it just adds to it. But me personally, I don't view this as something that's really affects the way I view Ice Spice too much because of, like I said, it's business. It's business shit. So.
You never liked Ice Spice, so
Nah, Ice Spice cool, man. We cool.
What was some other stuff they was mad at Ice Spice for?
Yeah, you got anything else?
Like with the
Everything.
tour, like I think it was the security
she
not
wanted
taking
to-
her bags.
yeah, the security not
the
taking
security
her
doesn't.
bag.
The security works for Ice Spice. The security is getting paid for Ice Spice.
But did you tell me all of that? Did you say
Nah,
like,
that's why I said she was wrong in the beginning for telling Cleo, yo, you're gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
But she had no control of the tour after that. Like I don't think she was even had the ability to start moving stuff around.
I feel like Jane, like her manager should have even intercepted and said something. Like,
Or maybe Cleotrapa's manager should have got involved.
It's a lot of bad people in this situation. That's what I'm seeing.
not
right
bad
now.
people. I just think like lack of communication really
Okay.
caused a huge rift. Like two young girls talk. Like she said, she invited me on tour and I gagged. Like I was so shocked. Like, girl, no, you don't gag. You find out about what the terms are of the tour, how long I'm gonna be on tour. Do I have a room? Do I have a hairstyle? Do I have my own stylist? Like, you have to find out the terms. You don't. Oh my gosh, I'm
Was
going
this her
on
first tour though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
was
I
Cleo's
kind of
first
understand where
tour.
she's coming from.
Yeah,
with
me
that.
too, me
A lot
too.
of people don't be prepared for a lot of situations. So
You gotta stay prepared.
that's true.
It was Cleo's first tour.
She
It was
also
Ice
said-
Spice's first headlining tour. I feel like they were both ignorant to what to
What's to
expect.
come.
Yeah.
She also said that she posted a flyer even promoting that the tour was happening. Ice Spice didn't comment and repost it, and
I mean,
Is that something you take to heart though? Like, what is that?
that's what I was gonna.
is it foul? Maybe you could probably think it's foul, but you're on the tour at the end of the day.
That goes to the other sentiment of they're friends though. You feel what I'm saying?
But again, Brando, you just said business. That's promo. That's marketing. So it doesn't really look like
Yeah.
much if she's not co-signing it, and
Yeah.
that could have did something for Cleo too.
That's true.
Cleo should have dropped the song yesterday.
Facts. There we go.
She should have dropped the song yesterday, man. Ice Spice diss track. This could have been promo right then and
What should it
there.
have been called? Ice Spice Faded.
Nah, bitch, you melted. Yeah, bitch, you melted. Yeah, I like that. You gotta put the exclamation point in for the I instead though, so you can get the bread off that. So YouTube tip shot.
So overall, do you guys feel most people are on Ice Spice's side in the situation or Cleo's side? Cleo.
The industry's on Ice Spice side though.
Right.
Capella Gray came out and said that, he was invited on tour and just went and figured it out as he went along. It wasn't even, nitpicking the way Cleo was. So I feel like it's industry versus fans right now, but again, fans stream. Like industry people don't stream like that. So I feel like if once the fans don't jack you, it's kind of over.
Yeah. From what y'all are telling me, I'm kind of on Ice Spice's side now because they didn't tell her that she was getting these things, It's more of like, yo, this is for Ice Spice. You're just opening. You feel what I'm saying? You could be around and we could do this, that, and the third, but we can't give you this or up the expenses so you could have this, So, yeah, I understand. But from like a friend perspective, I would have made sure she was good, but I'm a good person.